Today, a chief strategist, a former chief strategist of President Bush's, who was part of his 2004 re-election campaign, took a major swipe at John McCain for picking Sarah Palin as his running mate. Matthew Dowd says that McCain, quote, knows in his gut that he put somebody unqualified on the ballot. He knows that in his gut. And when the race is over, that is something he will have to live with. He put somebody unqualified on that ballot, and he put the country at risk. He knows that. We want to bring back our panel now, Gloria Borger, Errol Lewis, and Kevin Madden. And Kevin, in all fairness, let me say that Matthew Dowd is a bit of a pariah within the Republican Party because of some comments he made about President Bush relating to Iraq. But apart from that, this isn't an isolated case. There have been numerous conservative Republicans who have come forward with very strong words about the Palin pick. How damaging is it? At what point does it stop?
Well, look, I think the strategic imperative behind the Palin pick was to get swing voters. The McCain campaign calculated that they had to reach out to these Hillary Clinton Democrats that may have been disaffected with Barack Obama having passed over Hillary Clinton and use them as part of a coalition for John McCain to win. The problem has been since then that her appeal has basically been limited to the base voters. And a lot of McCain strategists would have told you about 5 months ago that if they ran a base election in this climate, that they'd lose by about 5 points. So that's been where the complication has been.
Where do things stand now, in your view, Gloria? Is she helping? Is she hurting, rather, more than she's helping at this point?
Well, she certainly isn't bringing along Hillary Clinton supporters. I mean, anybody who thought that she was going to bring along Hillary Clinton supporters was sort of not looking at Sarah Palin's record and Hillary Clinton's record. She is bringing along white men who like her a lot, and she's rallying the base. But is she bringing along those independent voters that John McCain needs to win in this election? Absolutely not.
And Errol, to that point, I'm this Joe Sixpack, who she says that's who she's talking to. And Pat Healy wrote in the New York Times today, Palin has emerged as the most electrifying speechmaker among the 4 politicians in the major party tickets. She generates enormous fervor at her events. People sometimes do not stop clapping, or shouting words of praise until Mrs. Palin pauses.
That's right. That's right. Look, she's made a lot of this race about her. She was unknown only 5 weeks ago. To give John McCain his due, she did stop a rise in momentum that was going to Obama right after the Denver convention. The problem is it doesn't do her any good to get Joe Sixpack if Joe Sixpack's sister, mother, daughter are all going to Obama, and all of the women seem to be going towards Obama. That's the problem.
I'll tell you this, she has a political future in the Republican Party, though.
Quickly, Kevin, do you agree with that?
Look, I think that there are a lot of voters out there that Sarah Palin appeals to. Better than anything, those kids